Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So today I'm making my favourite cake. I'm making Bakewell Tart. So slight little cheat, I'm using some shop bought shortcrust pastry. Now it's been in the freezer. I did buy it from a food initiative, so I managed to get that for 20 pence. I do believe it was £2 something if you bought it in the supermarket, but I was lucky enough to get it in the food initiative for 20 pence. I'm actually going to start by cutting that in half. Just over half. Leave that to one side. So in this recipe, most things are from the food initiative. I made the vanilla essence myself from vanilla pods that I did get from the food initiative. And the jam I'm going to use in it, I'd say about August. So where are we? August, September, October, November, December, January, February. About 6 months or maybe a little longer ago. This bag, I bought several of these and the raspberry jam. And I think I got them for £1 a piece. So I took 3 of them, and 2 of them I jarred up and oven canned and had them sealed, ready for the pantry. So I put a little label of my own on. And I have quite a few of these in reserve. So I'm using up a bit of that today for this recipe. And eventually I'll jar that bag of jam off as well. I did quickly, before this video, Google how long jam would stay, usable for, and it did recommend 2 to 3 years. So I'm only in the 6-month period, so I've got plenty of time to make more yummy Bakewell tarts like this and other recipes to use up that raspberry jam. Sometimes we have it on toast, but we have a few little different preserves we like to use, so we don't always use the raspberry. Is that strawberry? Oh, maybe I've picked the wrong one out then, because it's the raspberry I want to use up today. Which one's strawberry? The one I've just shown to camera?
Yeah.
Which ones are the ones underneath? They're raspberry, aren't they? I'll need to use one of those then. I want to put quite a bit on. Okay, so there we have the pastry in place. Let's build this wall up slightly, if it'll stick. Okay, all fingers and thumbs, but we've got it in there. Now, this recipe will do anything up to 8 slices. So if we're particularly greedy, 4 big slices. It just depends how we feel at the time. So let's put that strawberry one back. Let's get a raspberry one at the bottom of the pack. Let's get a spoon and my trusty jar opener. That's strawberry as well, so I'll just use the raspberry. Smells fine, looks nice and clean. Was jarred approximately 6 months ago. It's definitely jam. Does it look dark to you?
That's because I thought it was great.
Right, this is raspberry jam that's been oven canned. I'm not going to ruin a Bakewell tart. I'm going to be very generous with the jam because it's the jam bit I enjoy at the bottom of the Bakewell. It's a nice layer of jam. I'm out watering now. That tastes the jam I've just had. So let's set this to one side. Let's move the chopping board to one side. I've got my recipe written down here. I'm now going to bring in my mixing bowl. So I want 100 grams of butter. I want 100 grams of caster sugar, 150 grams of almonds, ground almonds. I want 1 tablespoon of my vanilla. I can still slightly smell the vodka from the homemade vanilla. Still slightly smelly. So I made that with several vanilla pods, vodka, and I water bathed it to get a quicker setting on the essence. And I'll link the video in the description. I've got 2 beaten eggs. I think I best bring all this together first. Now the hard work begins. Roll them out to a double. I can smell the almonds. Wallflowers is just putting the oven on. So we're putting it on 180, gas mark 6 to heat up. Right, that'll do. I'm just going to put the egg in a bit at a time. Mrs. Gale's famous number 8. For anyone who hasn't seen past videos, that was my home ec teacher at school. Don't beat the air out of it, beat the air into it, and create a number 8 to do so. And I think that's fine. And now I'm going to add that to the pastry and the jam. So let's try and measure it out. It will rise, so we're not just going to have a little bit at the bottom of the bowl, bottom of the pie, should we say. There's always one bit that plays with you. Now, if I'd have just plopped that in the middle, it would have been a nightmare. So that's why you've seen me scoop it, so I can get it over the jam. The pastry is uncooked and the jam's very sticky. So plopping it in the middle wouldn't really work on this one. Now, if I had flaked almonds or cherries or anything like that, I would chop them and put them in on this layer, but I don't. So no, because every time I get a jar of cherries and put them in the cupboard, Oscar snacks on them. So what I am going to do is literally just put an extra sprinkle of almond powder around the top of this, as if it was flakes. It'll give the same flavour. Okay, so that's me for this stage. I'm going to come back in a minute when it's cooked. I have broken meringues. I bought a big box of them a while ago. I bought a second one more recently. Sometimes we'll put a bit of jam in them, a bit of Kool-Aid in them, a bit of fruit, whatever takes our fancy, and have the odd meringue nest. And then I've got a lot left since. So I've broken 2.5 up here today in a bag. When we're ready, I'll roll this down to a powder. And basically it's the perfect ingredients to make royal icing with. It's full of white from the egg, and it's perfect. So what I'll do is just add, I'm going to add a drop of milk to it rather than water, and just create my own icing. But I'm not going to put a thick layer on it, I'm just going to swirl it. So once the cake's baked, I'm making icing from meringues to go on top. So I'll come straight back as soon as it's cooked. Okay, so it's out the oven and it's smelling absolutely delicious. It's looking well. I might just chop the crust off if it's too high. See how we feel. But as I said, I've got the meringue nests broken up in a Ziploc bag, and I'm literally just going to roll it with a rolling pin to powder it down. These can be often found on yellow stickers or whatever shop sales they have, really, because the meringues break so easily, and sometimes there's only one or two in a pack, and if they break whilst they're on the shop shelf, they'll put them in the whoopsies and the yellow stickers, etc. If you can pick them up cheap enough, they're really, really good to have for things like this. As I say, I picked a box up of 100 meringue nests for £1. I say we enjoy them for different desserts, but I'm also using them like this over and over again for different recipes. This is 2.5 broken meringue nests, broken down into a powder. The bulk of it is egg white. I've got a drop of milk in my beaker. Just going to add a little drop of the milk and bring it together. I might need a bit more of that milk. Can't tell if that's wet in the middle. Just let me bear with the process first before I add any more. Just going to add a little tiny drop more. Bring all the powder back to the centre. And this is not just icing, this will make royal icing. So if you did this in a larger quantity to a cake, or you were making a birthday cake, etc., this will make royal icing. I don't really like butter icing or anything along those lines, but I really do enjoy royal icing. It's probably wetter than what I wanted it to be. The grains can still break down a little bit more. So for the sake of the video, I've basically showed you that. I'm going to grind down another bit of meringue, but I'm going to do that off camera. And I'm literally going to just splash it across and just do this kind of effect. But for now, I'm just going to have a small taste of this. I don't mind using that, it's only icing. It's hot, it's just come out the oven. But I do want to taste it on camera. I've made a bit of a mess of it, so bear with me. But as you can see, there's much more jammy goodness than you'd normally get, because we're at home and we like it that way. I'm quite happy with it. Normally I'll eat it with my fingers, don't think I eat this. Like, I'll cut a piece off and walk around when it's cold, but this is hot at the moment. The jam is gorgeous. The almond is gorgeous. This is absolutely delicious. I'm dribbling. Absolutely delicious. As I say, I will add an extra meringue next to that. Whisk it up until it's much thicker. That's too thin a consistency than what I really want. And then I'll put a splash of that on and it'll just enhance the flavour. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. I will tuck in and enjoy a larger slice of this off camera. Thanks for coming. I hope you've enjoyed the recipe. Please let me know if you try it. Take care. Remember you're loved and the world's a better place with you in it. Bye, love. Okay, I've added another full meringue to this. It's thickened up, so it's got a proper drop consistency. And when I said I was just going to splash it around, I think with this consistency, although the cake's still hot, I'm still going to rub it on and just give it a nice effect all over. Oscar's now stood behind the camera. He's smelt the cake, he's tasted the cake, and he's waiting for his share already. Mr. Wallflowers has tasted the cake, and everyone likes it, everyone approves. I was rather hoping one of the two of them would like it, so I'd get more, but hey ho. This is what happens when you make cakes at home, isn't it? Everyone likes them. Do you want to taste this on camera, Mr. Wallflowers?
Yeah, jammy cake. Lovely.
Once again, thanks for coming. Please take care. Bye, love.